Hey guys, Tyro up here, bringing you a 3v3 today. We are on Oka River Winter. Infantry spawning in the north, we have the last Emperor as OKW, and his loadout is Breakthrough, Fortifications, and Overwatch. We got him as Gardening Lelic, Zossier, and his loadout is Joint Ops, German Mechanized, and Jaeger Armor. And then finally we have H.Hans Panzer Division as OKW, and his loadout is Overwatch, Special Operations, and Breakthrough. Facing off in the south we have Sturmpanther as the Soviets, and his loadout is Mechanized Support, Urban Defense, and Soviet Combined Arms. Teaming up with him is Dr. Dirlewanger, Swiss Forces, who has Armor, Airborne, and Infantry. And then finally Smokers are Jokers as the Brits, who has Tactical Support, Mobile Assault, and Royal Artillery. Axis rank 27, Axis range 2s, and Allies around rank 50. So a bit of fighting in the centre. Players rushing to these positions. MG jumping into the building here though. Ooh, as well as a bit of follow-up from the mortar. Axis taking some good control, and that is a super early mortar. Gardening Lelic. Clearly anticipating he's going to need to flush some squads out of these buildings. Can be in trouble in this area of the map. Nice little bit of a backpedal. Oof, but that mortar comes in, does a big chunk of damage. Meanwhile, on the right hand side, Sturmpanther's captured. Fuel basically uncontested, so I was getting control of the fuel over there. Looks like every echelon get forced away from their munitions. But Axis do secure this section of the map where most of the fighting tends to be centered. We can almost go down there crossing the road. And we go to M3. There's really good work on this right hand side. I feel like this is just like a really good side of the map for the M3. Can really help you control this huge area in the early game. Chase down on the negative cover road as well. Might even get the wipe. Luckily that these are MGs rather than flak emplacements, but Sturmpanther is not going to take the risk chasing into base. Might even going to get the wipe though. Speaking of MGs, here comes the Vickers for Smokers are Jokers, as well as a mortar for Dr. Dirlewanger. It's a US Forces mortar. Mortars going to town. M3 fighting nicely. No tech up, so OKW squad still vulnerable to the M3. No Fausts incoming. He takes enough damage now that he has to back it away. Does have a Flamer squad just nearby though, so can repair it up very easily. And goes for a sniper now. Kitten was making its way over here. I don't think Sturmpanther spotted it. He's going to spot that one, I'm pretty sure though. So we've got a forward battle group going up just on this side of the river. Still in a very safe position. Some base artillery coming in on this building. Still full control on the right hand side thanks to the M3 for the Allies. Oh! Kitten gets revealed. M3 he doesn't even set it up. Now he does. A little bit too late though. This artillery almost knocks down the church, or maybe it will. Yeah, final shell. Base artillery is really good at knocking down those wooden buildings. It's almost guaranteed on basically any wooden building. Oh! The retreat path here with double penals. Squad goes down. M3 in the back lines now. Squad gets in there for a Faust, so it's going to slow it down. But there was some major damage from the allies coming in from multiple angles, smoking off this building as well. Huge assault from Dr. Dirlewanger. Might lose a penal here though. Yeah, there it goes. Slightly let retreat on that squad. Sniper it. Okay, it is seeing some combat. Has one kill so far. Oh, these riflemen already have grenades ticked. And that was a huge assault from the allies. Now have most of the map under their control. Coming in from the side, you know, with the M3 just caused that extra layer of disruption, and Axis did not have the answer. Making their way back out onto the battlefield here.
Heavy machine gun team ready for battle.
Look at this. 3 squads of riflemen overlooking the cutoff behind heavy cover. Gonna need to lean on the mortar to deal with that. This is his first round. Here comes the sniper as well. Takes a shot, backs away. And 3 coming out back onto this right hand side. Remember, this tech truck is down, so it can get Fausted. And it did secure the fuel, so could have been worse for the Axis. That was coming in, but took a while. Still has to retreat, can't fight it head on, but at least he can't get chased down and killed on retreat. Some base artillery coming in. Oh, he's got both howitzers up as well. Could do some damage. You can see the strong fuel control the allies have had, leading to some very fast tick times. Here comes the flame half-track, a little bit late. See what he can get done with it though. Grenade into the building, no dodge. Ooh, the riflemen do go down. Sturmpanther needs to take them out. Oh man, a fighting position. Take care of the racket in there on the negative cover. Oof. Actually, he's fighting hard, but taking some damage from the mortar. Kind of needed the racket to kill the fighting position.
There's a major reporting for action. One of our fighting positions
Oh, and he can see, but maybe a squad could come in from directly from this angle and pick it up before they get suppressed. Sounds like an infantry support gun. Flame half-track getting around the side. Torching it down. Nicely done.
Rifle squad waiting for orders.
Do have a couple caches down as well. Allies still in double fuel control. And good for them early. SG trying to get some shots on the sniper here. What's this truck up to? Going for a tour. Oh, runs over a light AT mine. Very curious he's got another truck down at this stage of the game. Already has his med HQ over here. Must be thinking mechanized, but it's kind of unusual to see players not rush for the mechanized. and then just leave it on the ice to die to some guards. Oh, Flamer half-track going to work. Oh, but Tommy's also going to work. Oh man, that Grenadier is incredibly lucky. Trying to avoid the AT guns while trying to shoot through the building, but doesn't quite work out. Nexus did briefly resecure the fuel. Now the mortar's going to work. Another fuel cache down for the Allies. They're going to have access to medium tanks very shortly. As you can see here, Dirlewanger already has major and enough fuel for a Sherman. Speaking of mortars, one going down right there. Oh, what was that? Must have been a mine. And the half-track finds a nice angle. But here comes a Centaur. And the Axis not very well prepared for this. We got one Ricketten, two Rickettens. Oh, double packs though for gardening lelic. He's in a good spot to fight off the Centaur. If you can find the angles, which, you know, a lot of shot blockers in the middle here. Squad going down there, it looked like. Going in for the kill on the Flamer half-track. Pack gets one shot, and where's the second one? It's not nearby. And half-track goes down. I don't think he quite got value out of it, getting it so late. Did some damage, but not nearly enough. Oof. That is... Is that anvil already, or is that just... No, that's some concentration barrage being called in. Try and force all these units out of the heavy covered positions. Oh! Oh, Centaur's getting out of there in the nick of time. Close call though. Here comes the M3, but we're getting right there. M3's great run finally comes to an end. MG does get outmaneuvered, but there's quite a lot of squads here to support. Axis should be able to hold the line. The Axis have managed to hold on to this fuel for a decent chunk of time, but it really comes down to whether they're going to get overwhelmed by the mediums. In fact, no. That Sturmpanther going straight into a Katyusha here. Dirlewanger actually going straight for Jackson as well. Very unusual. Considering the dominant fuel control, felt he could squeeze in a medium tank before needing some anti-tank. So the Axis fuel has been very poor. Here comes the Katyusha though. Ooh! Oh man, oh! What was that? He looks at the squad in the first volley, he's like, oh, back and forth, back and forth. Try at me, try at me. Oh, that was terrible. What a horrible dodge. If he just hit retreat after the first volley, he would have been fine. Well, Tommy goes down. Axis getting a little bit of revenge. AT gun in a nice position to force away the Centaur as well. How many kills would that be on the first barrage? 14! Jesus. Grenade coming in there. Axis still hanging in there, you know, still got control of their fuel, their munitions, 1 VP. Slowly grinding their way back into the match. Another half track for gardening lelic, that's interesting. Pushing forwards. Ooh, that could be the end of the Jackson. No, loses sight. No killing blow there. Doesn't use attack ground either. Jackson coming back in. Oh my god. Captain just escapes. Some big artillery coming in the back lines. Time on target. There's some concentration barrage. Try and knock out these HQs. Bunker here holding the line, but 6-pounder chipping away at it. Central provides enough sight to secure the kill. There's a Katyusha coming in. Oh, concentration of team weapons here. 17 kills now. 19. He had 14 before, so 5 kills. Still a pretty good kill tally, but compared to the first barrage. And here comes a Churchill at an incredibly early timing. And this thing will be able to shrug off quite a few of those pack shots. It's going to be very hard for the Axis to deal with.
A new engineer section is waiting for orders.
It just packs him with kittens alone. Oh. Running forwards, going to throw a crew grenade here, I think. Onto the freshly recrewed pack. Freshly decrewed. That might have been too aggressive. Still have 2 anti-tank weapons here shooting at it. Pops the smoke to try and escape. And I think that will allow him to. Churchill just has so much health. Without any vehicle to follow up on the chase. Very hard to kill. Tick on the line here. Hexus rather did briefly branch out to this right hand side and get a good chunk of territory under control. And, oh no, he's got a second squad of engineers just working their way out now, but it's going to take some time to repair back that Churchill. It's a double-edged sword, you know, having that much health. Takes a long time to repair. Churchill's, Rakitten here firing some good hits actually. No dodges at all. And as you can see here, the Axis floating a humongous amount of manpower. These two guys are at least. It's a tremendous amount of float. Half-track actually out here for reinforcements only. Try and keep these support weapons alive. Some more base artillery from the Brits. And now the Axis on the ropes. Both the fuels in control of the Allies. Losing control of the VPs. To lose a pack as well. 5-man Tommies now. Hard to stop. Double LMG Obers though, that's a scary sight. Sturmpanther, I don't think he's got anything for that at the moment. Looks like he's trying to save up for the ISU 152. Oh, half-track goes down. 6-pounders do not miss. Not until next patch at least. Double Scots for Dirlewanger. He's had to rebuild. Oh. There's some MG. Churchill pushing in right on top of this pack. We do have a third pack. There's a lot of anti-tank for gardening lelic, who has spent a lot of his fuel. He has ticked all the way up to battle phase 3. No tanks incoming anytime soon. Do have a tank though for the last Emperor. And for a Panzer 4. This is getting pushed right back, but here comes the sector assault to buy them a bit of breathing room. Targeting the Centaur, which is shooting back, but taking a bit of damage in the process. It's outside of the circle though, so shouldn't get targeted any further. Oh, and this 6-pounder is perhaps being forgotten about here. Oh, Churchill connects. 1 shot, 1 kill. 4 kills.
One of our anti-tank guns is gone.
Kim gets decrewed. Pack still in the back, but no target weak point. Stun it. I think if he did, he might actually have got the kill there. Second pack was also nearby. Centaur gets out of there though. Oh, and now we got the 152 for Sturmpanther. That is bad news for the Axis. They've been on the ropes for such a long time already. Frontally charging into these AT guns and decrowing them. Still quite a lot of float for both of these Axis players. One thing gardening lelic probably should have done is build some caches, you know. Try and make up for the lack of fuel income. H.Hans did manage to secure the fuel on the far right hand side though. All sorts of artillery coming in. As well as on this sector. Assault artillery. All these Axis team weapons have been getting smushed. Oh, double Scots, the ISU 152 and these Churchills. So put friendly fire. Friendly's killed 1. Stolen MG34 in the building there. Gonna hold that fuel. ISU just picking away from long range. 3 Scots for Dirlewanger. Going for a 4th. One thing that the Axis don't, the Allies don't have that much of is anti-tank of their own. They've got a lot of guards. Sturmpanther. But they only have 1 Panzer 4 to contend with at the moment. H.Hans looks like maybe he's saving for the Jagdtiger. Still needs about 80 fuel for that though. Some more story for gardening lelic. Maybe he's going to go for tier 4 though. He did tick all the way the final battle phase. Maybe get out of Brumby. If he's going to try to do that though, let's get his pioneers back to base. But I can't believe he just never made any caches. He's been floating at 1,000 manpower almost this entire match. I do enjoy seeing his half-track usage to try and hold the line with the support we can play that's constantly getting hammered. And getting hammered, in comes a fresh Katyusha barrage. Two standing defiantly. Gets the right. Duke dive bomb coming in. Easily evaded. E4 operating nicely on the flank. Looks like he's going to get a wipe for his troubles. About the Scott spam. Let's have quite a few. Mostly a full Scott army. Oh, could this be an overextension from the ISU-152? Briefly getting stunned there. No. The Churchill tries to save the day, lobs a crew grenade, decrews the 6-pounder. Pax though doing some good damage. Rakitten also moving up. Marked vehicle on the Panzer IV might go down to one more shot. No, it does. The PTRS damage enough to make up the difference. Oh, that's really bad for the last Emperor. Vehicle damage making the difference. Second Katyusha now for Sturmpanther. Wow, he killed that. Kitten from the other side. So Centaur down. That does open the door for some sector assault action. That was cool. Double Ober's gone to town here. Where are those Scots at? Oh, one's actually abandoned over here. What happened over here? Abandoned Scott. Dirlewanger going for a second Jackson here. Churchill might be overextending here. 2 AT guns. Gets a stun off this time. Gardening Lack, and that's a Vet 3 pack. It's got a tremendous rate of fire and good penetration, and there we go. 2 tanks down in quick succession. For smokers are jokers. Axis hanging in there. He managed to come all the way down here to secure this cutoff as well. It's one thing that H.Hans has been doing really well, just occasionally branching out to this right hand side at just the right time to kind of relieve a little bit of pressure, get a little bit of fuel income coming in. It's made a big difference this match. Oh, the Katyusha just raining in. So much on the screen here, my frame rate is tanking. Oh. 5-2. 30 kills. $33 kills. Heck, doing some attack ground shots here. Comes the Katyusha getting some revenge. Doesn't quite decrew it though. Pack's still in there, still trying to make a difference. think the vehicle crew said it best. Zoba's going to have to be careful. That triple Scott, ooh, is a hell of a threat. Very hard to evade.
Pour it on. Kraut's down to 100 points.
Okay, here comes the big boy, the Jagdtiger for H.Hans, finally coming in, calling in the assault artillery back here as well. Oh, this forward retreat point might be in a little bit of trouble. Not much there at the moment though. Here we go, Jackson goes down, double Kittens and the Jagdtiger making a nice ambush. Sturmpanther does nose, cancels his retreat point, gets out of there. And there we go, Scott down as well. H.Hans coming in hot. Katyusha goes down. Both Katyushas are down. Oh, these. I was like, where were they from? Sneaky ambush from the side from the last Emperor, and the Katyushas are dead. Both of them. Kitten goes down in return, but that's a big deal. Axis all of a sudden making a huge comeback. Knocking out Scots, knocking out Jacksons, Katyushas. Get some a lot of breathing room. Double Scots still hammering away. Oh, splitting the damage here. Jagdtiger hit this one. Hit the other one, that would have been another dead Scot.
Heavy truck waiting for deployment.
And here's the elephant now for gardening lelic. Still hasn't put any cash, is still floating close to 1,000 manpower. Oh, gets a wipe there, nice rifle grenade. Light vehicle on the elephants. Back to 152. So Jagdtiger and Elephant, that's going to make it tricky for the Allies to use their vehicles. And since they lost their Katyushas, they're also going to have trouble dealing with all these team weapons. Like Sturmpanther transitioning into a T-34. Maybe he's going to try flank. Go for a ram or something. Axis holding the line here. Fresh bunker going up, covering the VP. Bombing run coming in there. Guard one coming in here. Looks like neither of them were too lethal though. T-34 waiting. Kind of in a bit of a blind spot here, waiting to spring a maneuver. Oh, Jagdtiger could be in a little bit of trouble. Two squads of guards popping the button. Jackson coming in from the side. Here comes the Churchill and the T-34. Elephant is there. But so is the Firefly. And that could be the end of the Jagdtiger. Getting swarmed right here. A little bit too slow. Oh, in comes the Katyusha. Elephant coming forwards. He backed away the Elephant. Worried about the Firefly, and didn't end up getting much damage done in return because of it. A little bit too timid. Oh, but might get the Churchill. That's going slow. No smoke on it. There it goes.
Churchill tank has been destroyed.
Oh, in come the planes. Sector assault coming in. Might be able to kill a T-34, or might even get the Katyusha, which is in the targeting zone. have made it out in time for the second round of anti-tank planes coming in. There's a lot of planes.
Our bunker can now accommodate an MG-42.
Is that a howitzer? It is indeed. Oh, got a big hit there as well.
Volksgrenadier are on the line.
Got a whole bunch of munitions caches down for Smokers Are Jokers. Wants to be able to spam the concentration barrage. So his teammates have a lot of off maps as well. It's one thing Dirlewanger never really did was get M1919s on his rifleman. Oh, they can't really stand up to Vet2 overs, but still might have been an idea. DP there, as well as the MG34. That's going to make those overs very potent. Artillery flares popped. Maybe we're going to help them target some off maps. The Allies. Kitten's in there trying to knock out this Churchill. Scott's supporting. Elephant getting aggressive.
The enemy is reduced to 300 points.
Chusha now reining in. Good contention on that right hand side piece for the Axis. Allies have been rebuilding though after all those losses. Hans still a good chunk of time away from his next Jagdtiger. 5-2 an Elephant. Exchanging blows. Elephant up to Vet2 now though. Scott still chipping away at the Raketans. Vet2, 33 kills on this one. It's only Vet2, nearly Vet3 now. Once again, down, destroying the decrewed Raketan. Comes another T-34 Sturmpanther. Maybe the Allies try to set something up here. Churchill moving far. Maybe they're going to try to flank the Elephant, knock it out here. Ooh. Double Raketans. Oh, T-34 spinning around. Down it goes. Some howitzer fire coming in this region. Once again, Raketans pushing far forwards. Some good hits. Double Jacksons now rebuilt. Dirlewanger. Tangible coming in there. Oh, squad down, wasn't paying attention. Bit 5 overs going to town, but gotta be careful with those Scots nearby. Oh! Elephant getting aggressive, finds the 152 and knocks it out. Spotting scopes, you know, they're so nasty on the Elephant. Calls him a fresh one straight away. He's basically at his supply limit already. Kid Going hunting. Doesn't quite get the Katyusha though. And ends up losing it deep in enemy territory. Oh, it doesn't really matter. There seem to be just team weapons strewn about the battlefield.
The enemy has only 50 points remaining.
As you can hear that, time is ticking for the Axis. They did, make a nice comeback. Allies ticked under half. Still have to be very careful. Ooh, big Katyusha barrage there. Still trying to stay in the battlefield, uses reinforcing half-track. Double Raketans, once again, deep in enemy territory, might knock out the Centaur. There it goes. Nicely done from the last Emperor. And there we go, reinforcing half-track. He is still on the battlefield. With the spotting scopes and its veterancy, actually has, I believe, about equal sight. The 222 with the V2 spotting scopes. Ooh, Elephant. How did he land that shot? T-34 coming in on the flank, trying to get aggressive. And in come the planes, the sector assault. Jackson's making a move as well. They're going after the Elephant, but I think it's in a safe enough position. This might be suicide for the Allies. Anti-tank planes wrecking the Jacksons. So they're just going to escape. Good thing he pulled back when he did. Fresh Panther coming in. Raketans were nearby. A little bit too aggressive from the Allies, overextending there. And anti-tank planes still could do some damage. The Centaur died, remember. 5-2 got to be careful. Goes. Oh, Panther chasing in. Actually knocks out one of the Scots. Double Jacksons are there. Force it away. But they also could go down. Those Jacksons so low. Ooh. Kids pushing up. Churchill on the flank. Trying to get control of the VPs. That seems to be the priority for the Allies now. Just knock out those last 21 VPs. Here comes a Jagdtiger for the last Emperor. Kittens force away the 152. I don't know if the Katyusha got many kills there. Oh, the howitzer just got a monster shot though. Here comes the KT chasing away the Churchill. Once again, the assault artillery coming in. Doesn't seem to have hit too much though. Oh, big Katyusha barrage! Whoa, that was a monster! Oh, both Raketans go down there. That was a really big one. I think he wiped a squad as well. Squad of Obers. Here comes the Elephant, pushing it super far forwards, and thanks to the spotting scopes, spots the Katyusha and knocks it out. These Eagle-Lights end up losing this engagement. And go down. Mark vehicle plane, what's that on? Who's on the Jagdtiger? Yeah. Back, waiting for some repairs. Ooh! Looks at the howitzer. How did he have sight? Mark vehicle plane give him sight for that. Oh, Elephant! Oh no! Overextended. And the double Jacksons knock it out there, as well as the Firefly. He pushed that so far forward, just really leaning on the spotting scopes to keep him safe, but well-timed assault from the Allies knock out the Elephant there. Gunning lelic. Maybe his float finally gonna come good here. Just needs a little bit more manpower. Calling the elephant now.
Are losing a sector.
Scott's gone ham.
We have lost an MG team.
152 still in a nice position, and now that he doesn't have the elephant returning fire, can be more aggressive with it. Jagdtiger finally returned to action. The last Emperor doesn't have any repairs of his own, so repairs on that super slow. It feels like he needs to get it mobilized. They're so desperate on the VPs. Nice target weak point from Gunning lelic. Some good hits in. Jackson's pull back. Oh, AT gun goes down. Last volley. Let's have the half track there though. Oh, Jagdtiger could be in a tough spot. A couple of kittens are right there but missed the opening shots. Splitting damage. Firefly gets out. Churchill getting aggressive, but I don't think that's going to work. Jagdtiger's too healthy. VP's getting low for the Axis. They're just flinging units into the central VP. So are the Allies. I think they're going to hang on there. Oh man, nothing can hit that Firefly for some reason. Oh, and it gets away. Axis unable to cap the center. Too many riflemen hanging in there. Grenades exchange. Panther charging in. Oh, well, the riflemen end up retreating, but not quite in time. Well, GG. You know, it was at the start of this match, I thought it was going to be a one-sided stomp. The Allies got off to such a strong start. But the Jagdtiger and the Elephant just climbed the Axis right back into the game. Especially the Jagdtiger had such a big impact. It knocked out a Scott and a Jackson like straight away as soon as it hit the battlefield. Really helped start to turn the game around. For Gunning lelic though, he was like floating 1,000 manpower almost the whole game. Could have built some caches considering how badly the Axis needed the fuel for most of this match. But some good back and forth, some really nice aggressive pushes on the kittens from both the Last Emperor and H.Hans. Got some sneaky snipes with those. And some nice teamwork, some good coordination from the Allies as well. Pushing in, knocking out those, you know, both the Jagdtiger and the Elephant at the times they did. Good coordination there. Because those are often extremely hard to kill. Anyway guys, I'll wrap on that. If you like good game to be cast by me, details in the video description below. Otherwise I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.